Okay, so this is what we have at this level. We are looking at Euro USD daily time frame. So what we're going to be looking for, it's price getting to this level of our order block here, and I've indicated 50% of our order block. So what we want to see here, it's actually price showing willingness to go up. And what do I mean by willingness to go up? If price get to this level here, we're gonna wait for that candle that is gonna spike this level, and we will go to a smaller time frame and look for structures that are confirming that we are going up. For an example, you can go to a smaller time frame, look for your breaker, look for your mitigation, or even look for a recent order block and expect a first test of that order block, and wait also, just wait for those things to unfold in a smaller time frame. And then what you can do, you can also look at just the market structure. When price get to this level of your order block, if you go to a smaller time frame, what is it that price is doing? Is it now forming higher highs or forming lower lows? If it's forming higher highs, is it breaking the previous higher highs, or it's simply breaking the previous lower lows within that time frame that you are looking at, the smaller time frame? So obviously, when you see price getting to this level and all of a sudden you get to see price pulling down to this level, and then you see price pulling up, and you get to see that price now is breaking previous highs. You get to see price breaking previous highs, forming an order block here and coming back to that order block. You don't just enter, you wait for price to actually spike that order block and that candle that spiked that order block to close, and then you get to see price spiking that order block, going up, taking out this recent low that will be formed within that smaller time frame. So that's a signal that actually the market it's going up. It's most likely to see the market going up. Sometimes it will give you something like that, but still it will fail. But it's something that doesn't happen most of the time. So let me just show you something on USD/JPY. So looking at what we have here, this is the setup that I shared previously. So you can see what price did. This is the candle that spiked the whole thing, and you can see that it went down so huge. So your stop loss will be here, 5 to 10 pips away. 5 to 10 pips away, your stop loss is supposed to be here. So you can see that it just came here and formed an equal low with this one. So what you're gonna be waiting for now, when price get to this level, it does something like this. You go to a smaller time frame. Okay, these are 5 minutes, so we get to look at here. You can see the momentum that price went up with. Okay, so you get to see that price has a lot of momentum going up. Why? Because it touched this level of your order block. So we get to see something interesting happening here. We get to see these previous highs being taken out by price, and we get to see this recent low that we have here. Price pull back, take out all these buy side liquidity, and we get to see price retracing a little bit just to cover this liquidity void here, and then we get to see price push up, pull back a little bit, fail to take out this low here. Then based on order flow, we definitely know that since price failed to take out this low here, it's most likely to take out this low. Okay, so also just having those things in mind, it now gives you an idea that price is actually bullish at this moment, or there is a shift in market structure. So that's what you can look at. You can look for if you are afraid of your risk being long or being huge. You can just wait for something like this. Price give you something like this and it gives you an entry. So let's just if you look at 5 minutes, it might not be clear on where we can get the entry, but let's just go in 15 minutes. So if you look at 15 minutes, you get to see that we have something so interesting here, which is an order block at this level here. Okay, so this is an order block, but if you look at here, we have this candle, we have this candle, we have this candle, we have this candle. All of these candles are black candles. Okay, so actually if you count all these candles, your order block starts here. So your order block starts on this black candle. Why? Because this is a black candle, and this is a black candle, and this is a black candle, and this is a black candle. So these candles can be represented in another time frame as an order block. Okay, so you must have that background that you might see price not really getting to this level here, just coming to this level of your order block, and then you quickly see price move away. Because if you look at this, for an example, this is 15 minutes, 15 minutes is 30 minutes, these two candle, which on 30 minutes it will be one candle, and then also this one, two candle, then you definitely know 30 minutes plus 30 minutes, it's 1 hour. So it's actually an order block in a bigger time frame, which is 1 hour. I'm just assuming. So that's how actually I get to look at the calculation of that. So but it's not something that you need to calculate. You can just wait, go to another time frame, and then you get to see the order block here. It's now visible if you look on 30 minutes. Here is the order block on 30 minutes here. Price went up, pull back, test that order block, and went up, and then it continued to went up. And I want you to take what really took place here. Price went up with momentum. It seems as if there is a lot of energy that was resting here. So you get to say, we talk about institutional sponsorship. Okay, so it's whereby price gets to your, it's whereby price gets to your order block, and it's like in a hot area. Price doesn't want to stick that much, or it doesn't want to consolidate on that level. It quickly moves away. Why? Because there is a bigger entity that is entering behind the scene. So this is what you see. You can wait for that first test. If you are skeptical about your order block here, you can wait for that first test. Or if you just want to reduce your risk, if you just want to reduce your risk here, maybe you are not comfortable with just leaving a buy limit here and then leaving your stop loss 5 to 10 pips away from these lows here. So if that's the case, that's something that I will advise you to do. You go to a smaller time frame, you look for opportunities there, and then you take advantage of it. Let's take you enter here. If you enter here, your stop loss is gonna be on this low, 5 to 10 pips away from this low, and then you can hold the trade. So you get to see that price really went up, took out these previous highs, pulled down a little bit, took out these previous highs, and then pulled down, and then we get to see price going up until it gets to this level of our order block here, and then we get to see price dropping after closing all this liquidity void that we get to see here. So that's the thing that you need to keep in mind. Just make sure you go within the smaller time frame, you look at what you have within that time frame. So if you get to do something like this and you can't find anything, it's up to you. Either you can leave the trade, or you can decide to just reduce your lot size here, and then you target this whole move here. So one thing you will do, you can just simply put your stop loss 5 to 10 pips away here, and then you reduce your lot size, and then you capitalize on the movement. Okay, so you capitalize on the movement, because if you get to look at here, we get to see that we have a lot of liquidity void that needs to be closed here. So one thing I will say, your first take profit, it's supposed to be here and here. First take profit, I mean, it's supposed to be here and here. Why? Because here we have a previous market structure here. It seems as if our price was actually failing to push down just like that. So it was having a resistance, pulling back up a little bit, pulling back up a little bit. So if you get to look at this level here, we might see price just using this previously violated low here. So which is why I'm saying this can be your first take profit, or you can just keep an eye on what price does at this level here. But your ultimate target, it's gonna be this after price is completely closed all these liquidity void here. Okay, so that's it when it comes to stop losses. You just need to look at what you have in that market at that time, and then you get to frame your risk management. You get to frame your risk management based on the nature of that market structure, or based on the nature of that other block. Okay, as we have discussed previously, price went down, deep down a little bit to this other block. It almost get to the level of our main threshold, which is 50% of the other block, but it eventually quickly turn away. So we get to go to a smaller time frame, but this is something that you're supposed to do while price was at this level here, busy playing around this level. It's something that you're supposed to do. But even now you can do it where you just go to smaller time frame and you just to look for opportunities. You can see that we have a previous high here, this is a high here, and we get to see that our price broke that high, and then we shift to 1 hour time frame. So let's just go back a little bit to 4 hour time frame. So if you get to 4 hour time frame, you can see that we have an order block here at this level. So these are order block here, so price might just pull back a little bit, and then we get to see price going up, and then you can target this level of your as your first take profit, just reasonable amount of your first take profit, and then you can hold maybe for this level here, just for price to close also this liquidity void here. So but then let's just shift to 1 hour time frame. So if you get to look at 1 hour time frame, you can see that price quickly moved up, and then it broke all these highs that we have here. So now we can see that it seems as if price is retracing, going down. So we'll just wait and see how does this level hold here. So I believe this might be the reason why we might see price just turning and going up. But either way, we are expecting also for price to get to this level. If price get to this level here, it will also be an exception of what we can accept. So looking at what we have here, price pull back, get back to this level, hit this level of your order block, and quickly pull away. So this can be your re-entry here, or just wait to find another re-entry here. As you can see, price push up and then pull back a little bit, and then we get to see price going up. Or you can just wait for price to just come at this level here, drop a little bit, get to this level here, and then you can use this level as your entry. So when it comes to targeting, just make sure that you look at the previously violated structure that you have here. We have a previously violated low here, so that can be your first reasonable take profit. Even if you want to hold for more, just make sure that when price get to this level, you are already done with your target, and then you can leave the rest of the trade running. So this is it, you can see it here, it's clearly here. So you can just target this level here, and if you look at this level here, you can see this is the level of our order block here. So price might just pull back here, just do something like this, pull back, and then we get to see price going up. So that's something that I'm expecting here. But don't just enter here, wait for price to actually show you that it's now reversing. Okay, so wait for price to actually confirm that it's now reversing. As much as when price got to this level here, you get to see that we have a green candle pushing up, confirming that we are going up at this level here. You wait for this candle to close, at least enter on the second green candle, because you already have confirmation because the candle is already closed. But if the candle didn't close, you don't have confirmation. But either way, if you are comfortable with just leaving your buy limits or your sell limits just like that, then you can just leave them, and if price gets to go down a little bit and take you out, it's not a problem. Just make sure you are risking money that you are willing to lose. Don't risk too much, because there are a lot of opportunities that unfold every time in the market. So it's really no use for you to risk too much as if this is the only opportunity you only gonna ever have in your life. So you can see what price is doing. Okay, so right now I think it's okay, I think we have it's about it's 2 hours 20 minutes before we get to 12 o'clock. So this candle is gonna close. There is gonna be another candle that is gonna close. So I would love to see that candle that is gonna open next, starting by going down. Okay, so if the candle starts by going down, it's most likely to confirm that we are going up for the rest of the day. So without any waste of time, shalom.